right, cool. So let's talk about this internet character named Charleston White. Have you heard about him?
A few times. I don't know what is. Is he like a rapper that got out of prison or something, or who is he? He just talks shit.
He just talks shit, and
he's just like a 6ix9ine minus the rap.
Yeah, like a provocateur, basically. Yeah.
Okay, a troll.
So I don't know if you heard recently. You know how Takeoff got killed from the Migos and everything.
Yeah, I know. I don't know how the details and all the stuff behind it. I know he was killed. Rest in peace, Takeoff.
Yeah, R.I.P. Takeoff. You had a song with him.
Yeah, that's my bro. He the reason why I started rapping. He told me, he's like, bro, you need to be a rapper, bro. You really got this life. You live this life these niggas live. Got the cars, the drip, all this shit. He like, you really need to really do this shit. Really turn this shit the fuck up. And I was like, I like really started taking shit into consideration. But his voice was in the back of my mind when I first started filming more videos and shit and wanting to do music, you know. That's why I reached out to him. Like, hey, you want to do a song then, nigga? Let's do a song together.
Is that how you met him? You reached out to him and said, hey, I want to get you on the song?
Nah, I met him because I used to slang guns and drugs. So like I would sell shit to niggas in the street. So like, you know, niggas can't fly with guns. Migos ain't no niggas that's finna be without it, or at least their security ain't. So, you know, I'll provide certain shit. Or I will be the nigga with a gun in the club with them. I'll sneak it in and shit and just be the nigga that, you know, make sure if somebody move funny, I'm the one that pull out and shoot a nigga in the kneecap of a nigga. You know, and then also too, like drugs and shit. Like I was dealing drugs, you know, rappers like perks and lean and shit.
Were you doing like a lot or just like a little hustling here?
Nah, I didn't do nothing back then. Nah, I just sold. I didn't do nothing back then. Back then, I just smoked a little weed and then dabble a little Hennessy.
I mean, the amount you were selling, were you selling like nickel and diamond here and there? Or were you like?
No, I wasn't. No, it was a lot. We're talking keys on keys, birds, big birds.
And that's kind of how you had all the money before rap, right? That's how you
before rap. That's how I had money to invest into the companies I had prior to. So like I did do a little bit of shit and then, you know, invested that money and then went clean, you know, and stopped, you know, dirty shit. But I still had like ways to get stuff. So whenever my friends, you know, was in town, like they was in town, they needed something. Rather than them going and dealing, being shy, robbed or some fuck shit, I'll just go hit up some people that I used to deal with back in the day and be like, hey, you still rocking with some shit? Come pick something up. You know, they wouldn't even charge me to be real. Just be like, hey, nah, nigga, you cool, come through, it's yours. And, you know, grab a little bit. Because I wasn't, at that point, like, you know what I mean? Like, Quavo would probably pop a perk or two. He wasn't doing too much crazy. And Takeoff just wanted some weed. That's it. Maybe some drink from time to time. But he ain't like the rubber tussing. That shit give him diarrhea. I remember he rapped about this shit. I was laughing, bro. I was crying laughing because I knew what he was talking about because we had just talked about that shit. He like, I don't sit me the rubber tussing, give me bubble guts. I was like, boy, that shit do, bro, because the Qualitas was rubber tussing. Sorry to a lot of y'all niggas, boy, but them Qualitas 8-ounce bottles was not real, nigga. I was finessing niggas, bro. I used to finesse the fuck out of these niggas.
You cut it, didn't you? Like mix it up.
Cut it, nigga. Cut it. I used to just put that bitch in a whole printer label out and slap that bitch on and rip the rubber testing label and put that bitch. Nigga, with no science, nigga. There was no science to it. Literally, we used to clear that bitch out, bro. I used to hire people to go shop and buy the DM Extra Max, bro. The 8-ounce didn't exist. I even made fake mom and pop like pharmaceutical websites as landing pages because I knew about landing pages. So it'll be like, it'll look like a pharmacy company, like, you know what I mean, that it has medicine and shit. So I would just mirror another account, like an actual pharmacy page. So we'll upload all the medications. And when it came down to the page where the coding and Qualitas was, I would just add the images, my stock images that we took professional photos, white backdrop, everything. Made it look super real. So if somebody were to like get my bottle on the street, what they would do, I'm gonna Google and see what the real one looked like to see if this looked like the real one. There is no real 8-ounce. But the Google image would pop you up to a pharmaceutical website that had the real 8-ounce, but that was a website I created as a landing page with my stock images of the same bottles I'm finessing you with.
Oh, shit. How did you figure out how to do that? You just kind of researched it?
Nah, I already knew about that shit because, like I said, I was selling stuff online. So I would do Amazon, fidget spinners, hoverboards. Like, I was selling shit, silly band, nigga. Whatever was popping here online, I was already selling. And I was doing affiliate marketing for other companies, too. So before there was such a thing as being an influencer for social media, I was already getting products and discount codes from companies as a nobody with the hopes and promises of driving more traffic and sales and receiving a commission based off my hyperlink. Same thing I did with Fashion Nova as an influencer and other companies, but this as a nobody, literally. It's called affiliate marketing. Before it was influencing, it's called affiliate marketing. So for those of you watching, you don't have to have clout to receive free products and make money like in person with 5 million followers, because most companies have an affiliate marketing program. If you just reach out and ask them, you know, they'll create your own hyperlink. And what you do to drive traffic to that website using your link, you would create landing pages. So I don't know if you guys ever looked at, like, wanting to know what's the top 10 I don't know, workout protein shake, you know, or what's the best pill to take for male libido. You know what I mean? Like, and I created tons of those for boner sites because they would pay me to create landing pages at that point. I did all sorts of internet work. So what I would do is create a page that says, like, this is the 10th best supplement. This is the 8th best supplement. And then, of course, like, not the number one, but like the top, like the second I would do, because people don't really buy the first most one. They typically buy the second to the best, which is weird. But that was what my reports, my algorithmic reports would show.
Yeah,
so I would always put it as a second best. And also because it's more affordable and it's compared to the best, it really does the same thing. Like, people always buy the great value version. You know what I mean? It's a great value. So I would do that. Oh, my palms are itching talking about money. So I would do that, and then that would drive traffic for these, you know, for these products. People would Google, like, what's the best protein shake, and then read this article, and then be like, oh shit, and click it, and it'll take them to the page, and they'll buy it. But how did they get there? Through the link that they saw in this article. What is the link in the article? My hyperlink. So when they shop, who gets the commission? I do. You know, so I was doing shit like that. And then when I was doing the street shit, like finessing niggas, I was like, wait, I low-key could make something that doesn't exist. And this was around the time activists got banned. So the streets were dry. Clearly there's no act. This means Qualitas is next up, and Morton Grove. And nigga, I mean, Alibaba's a motherfucker. Dude, I can say with fully confident, I'm the reason why today you can go on Alibaba and find these replica lean bottles and the fake labels that niggas are using to finesse nowadays. And the reason why I say that is because 9 or 10 years ago, a lot of you were just kids, fucking, you know, sitting in your parents' room, sticking boogers on your wall. I was out there making millions off this shit, like really doing this shit, bro. And the China companies were not making labels for the Qualitas because legally it belongs to a pharmaceutical company. So they would be like, I can't print this for you because this is not your company. So what I did was I created websites and business emails and business numbers to look like Qualitas. But like Qualitas pharmaceuticals will be slightly misspelled. So they wouldn't notice it. They would look, and I'm emailing them from a corporate. I'm like, CFO, such and such. I'm not going to say the name, but it'd be a female who was not real. This is an AI, so to speak. You know what I mean? It's not a real person. And I would email them. I'm the CFO of this. Our company had a great flood of our headquarters here in Tallahassee. They look it up. Qualitas, where's it at? Oh, shit. Oh, there's a place over there. Oh, man, there was bad weather. There was a flood. Oh, man, this is good money for company. We do label for you. So they think I'm Qualitas. They started printing in demand. And now, I don't know why. Now, I guess it's very common. They just make them and they call it label, cough syrup label. But back then, they weren't doing it. They were shook to do it. And I had to entice them, you know what I mean, to get these labels by mass quantity. But when I say I was ordering tens upon thousands of labels, there was not a World Star video or a rapper flexing that he was the plug that I did not see my same 8-ounce bottles. And I would just laugh. As a matter of fact, Desto Dub's little viral video where he's coughing on the hood of the cop car, which was also fake. It was for a music video set. He later revealed. But those bottles that too were on the hood came from, you know, they came from my side.
And it was all fake. All the lean that you were selling.
All that shit was rubber testing. So niggas, so many niggas in the generation, from 10 to 12 years ago, was sipping rubber testing, bro. They were robo tripping.
Damn. Have you ever tried real lean at any point?
Yeah, I tried it, but literally, like, what is it? You sip on something that makes you drowsy and fall asleep.
Exactly.
Which is what I had learned when I invented legal lean, which was a way for me because I was so familiar with like how to do these labeling about it. I was like, bro, why don't I create a legal version? Like, instead of doing this, like, why don't I make something? So it took me like 6 months to get my patent after 2 months of 2 months of fucking like researching like herbs and supplements like kava, melatonin, skullcap extract, late reactive B12, like St. John's wort. Like I researched all of these natural sleep aid formulas and put them together and patent a formula called Legal Lean. That's one word. And that is when I launched my company legally, and I went public. Within 3 months, we were in over 50 retail stores. Like I went from being small time in my fucking garage to having a warehouse and fucking with a staff of over 50 people, and we're producing 250,000 bottles a week in and out of this motherfucker. You know what I mean? Like we made it. At that point, it was like I made it. You know, and I didn't have to trap or do none of that dumb shit. I'd take that money, I'd start car rentals. I'd buy cars, put them on Turo. I'd get jet skis, put them out for renting. You know what I mean? I'd go get a crib. I'd put it on the little Zillow and all the renting type of things like that. No credit, no deposit, no problem. Everyone needs a first-time home. We understand that. We're equal housing, equal opportunity housing. You know what I mean? So I had companies that were doing this type of shit. But my problem was I was not paying taxes. That's where I fucked up. Yeah, that's where I fucked up. And then Legal Lean ran across issues because someone started bootlegging it and putting a harmful chemical in there that causes temporary blindness. And unfortunately, there was some issues where a fifth grader, you know, he had some issues, and Black Panthers were raging that they were going to burn down shops that would sell it. And the Fox News hit it. BET News was talking about it. And I was like up against the ropes. Like, there's no way that I can, you know, I've never been up against a corporate issue like this, let alone something that is up against big pharma. And my mom warned me. She was like, it's going to be a big problem, because when I launched my company, the children visiting hospitals for opiate overdoses dropped 15% in the first year of my company being out. I had parents that were buying Legal Lean as stocking stuffers for kids and saying, we thank you for this product. We understand what it is. The same way we would not frown upon our kid eating a Flintstones gummy vitamin and saying that they're eating candy is the same way we feel about this. As long as our kid drinks it right before bed at home, these are nothing but vitamins, even some vitamins that I myself take to go to sleep as an older woman. But I'm just grateful that my son is spending the holidays with us for the first time in 4 years rather than a rehab. This was a real letter I got from my mom, you know, and I remember I printed it out and I framed it, bro, because I was like, this is what I'm doing my work for, is to help others, bro, because kids at the end of the day were sipping lean, not to be like, oh, I want to do liquid heroin. No one says that. You sound stupid. They do it because they hear a rapper talking about it. So they try it, they indulge, and don't realize how highly addictive opioids are and get hooked to it. And then it's a liquid. It's damn near impossible to eye out and measure. And then the way kidneys process liquid, you can drink a 4 ounce today, tonight, pass out, you wake up early, you hit the studio, you pour another 4, not realizing it hasn't been much hours since your last 4, and then you're going to pour another. You're wondering why you're fucking overdosing. Plus, you're popping pills that are the same opioid that's in the drink. You know what I mean? And this is why a lot of these like artists are having seizures and fucking dying on this shit. So I just wanted to create something that was like easily accessible, no age limit, because vitamins don't have an age limit. And the way I packaged it was a problem with the FBI and DEA, because I was emulating a drug, supposedly, allegedly, which I'm not. I made no claims. So my lawyer's like, he didn't make any claims to cure or fix anything, you know, but I got hit with cease and desist letters from activists, Qualitas, Teva Pharmaceuticals, you name it. There was not a pharmaceutical company that did not try to sue me at that time for millions, bro. I was like in real legal issues, and I was fucking like under 25 years old. I was like, I don't even think I was like 25 yet at that time, bro. So I didn't know how to react to this type of shit, you know what I'm saying? And at that time I was like, bro, the only thing I could do is just like buckle down here. But when I started seeing like white vans driving around, and it was making me paranoid and shit, and like certain bank accounts were telling me that I had to close out my bank because I couldn't bank with them no more, and they wouldn't give me reasons to. They thought I was laundering money. One bank manager had told me. So I was going through a lot of like legal and financial issues with these bureaus, these branches and stuff. So now I'm thinking, how the fuck am I going to cash my checks? Where can I go to bank? I'm running out of options here. You know what I mean? And once I really knew, once one of my houses got hit and raided, and then the warehouse got hit, I was out of the country undetected within 18 hours, bro. And that was when I would be 2 years out of the country. Started in Canada and would hit other countries from Paris to Germany to wherever, fighting this case outside of the United States to prove that that wasn't my company that was making the bootlegs. And I did clear my name on that. And like I said, I had to make peace with the tax shit. But that was a long battle, man, that I went through. And people don't know that. And it's like, bro, I didn't leave to Canada because of some dumbass, like people think I like beat up a kid or something. Or that's that because the white girl said that. I don't fucking know. I know when I was younger, I had a violation of probation for smoking weed and got locked up for charges that I had 2 years prior to that I was on probation for robbery by sudden snatch, because I took bruh's phone, smashed that shit, and was like, you're not calling no fucking police, bruh. And I threatened him. I was like, if you go to fucking court and testify against my mans, I'm gonna come see you. And you see my face, nigga, so you already know what time it is. Like, I was that, you know what I mean? I was that type of nigga. Other people, because he was afraid to prosecute him because I threatened and intimidated him, other people were witnesses that I threatened him. So the state of Florida then picked up the charges. I gave them more issues. I disrespected the judge in court, right? They denied me visitations from families and shit and no bond. I disrespected the judge of the court on some suck my dick, That fucked me, because now the state was like, you want to play disrespectful? We can play disrespectful, because although you were 18 when that happened, this young man was still 17. And it's funny because Florida will charge a 17-year-old as an adult if he's the criminal. Yep. But in a situation like this, they took full advantage of victimizing him as a minor. 17, 18, like, come on, bro. First of all, homie was way bigger than me. Had way more face tats, big dreadlock motherfucker. It was a surprise to me that he was such a bitch and snitching. It was a surprise to me. I was like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? So when they did that, it was Florida playing hardball. So I took that. I called that. And I was 2 years in there, bro, trying to get out on some type of probation, some shit, nigga. I was stuck. So I pled guilty for my own convenience. That was the thing. I'm like, yo, I'm going to pled guilty for my own convenience. I'm going to get probation. I'm going to get the fuck up out of here. Like, put this shit behind me. And that's what I did. And I even talked about that on Double XL. And it's funny how, like, they chopped the interview and then they highlight it. They highlight it to be like, Kid Buu addresses child abuse allegations. And it's like, nigga, why would you put that as the title? Because that makes me look like that even more, you dummy. And that led to, like, kids making that narrative towards my daughter in school. And I remember there would be times where, like, you know, she'd have to, like, you know, like, ignore stupid-ass kids that are asking her dumbass questions. It's like, bro, my dad never did that, bro. Like, to this day, I've never been grounded or been angry, because she's a good kid. She gets good grades. She stays out of trouble. There's literally nothing wrong. She's never, ever gotten into trouble. She's a saint. So there's no room even for spanking. And last time I checked, in America, you could spank your fucking kids. But I'm not the type to do that because my kid's not bad. But if my kid ever acted up, hell yeah, I come from that era. I'm going to whoop your ass, bro. You my kid.
Yeah, they made it seem like you were, like, beating your daughter up or, like.
Yeah, no. It wasn't that. She was even too little. She was too little at that point. When that happened, she was 2 years old. You don't spank a 2-year-old. For what? They shit in their diapers. They can't even talk. It's Google Gaga. So, like, people don't do math. They don't do math, bro. That's what it is.
Yep.
They don't think.
This right away. I was like, there's no freaking way. Like,
the timeline don't add up. It's impossible. The timeline doesn't add up. And this is coming from a girl that thought a Porsche was a Ferrari. She thought my Porsche was a Ferrari, bro.